Matt Gaetz is usually well prepared for the one role he takes seriously, being a troll who only cares about owning the libs. But check out this latest video where he falls flat on his face by cherry-picking a source to fit his narrative.
Is the Azov battalion getting access to U.S. weapons?
Not that I'm aware of, but if you have information,
I seek unanimous consent to enter into the record the Global Times investigative report that that talks about training. It's from the Atlantic Council's Digital Forensics Research Lab, citing that the Azov Battalion was even getting stuff as far back as 2018.
Without objection, so ordered.
Any reason to disagree with that assessment, Dr.
Is this
Paul?
I'm sorry, is this the Global Times from China?
No, this is, well.
That's what you read.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, would that be a reason?
As a general matter, I don't take Beijing's propaganda.
Well, no,
at
yeah,
face
but just tell me
value.
if the allegation is true or false. I mean,
I don't have any evidence one way or the other. As a general matter, I don't take Beijing's propaganda at face value.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. So despite his recent legal win, as the Justice Department recently told Gaetz' lawyers that he wouldn't face sex trafficking charges, he just cannot get his act together. Gaetz is one of the most outspoken critics of China's influence on the global scale, but this flub really shows that what he really cares about is grandstanding, and this time entered literal Chinese propaganda into the congressional record to do so, instead of finding common ground with Undersecretary of Defense for Policy Colin Cole. Basically, Gaetz wanted to press Cole into admitting that the United States has allowed American-made weapons to be wielded by the Azov Assault Brigade, which is a Ukrainian defense force that Russian officials often claim is a neo-Nazi militia, and Gaetz, wanting to prove this, brought absolutely no credible proof to do so. But again, into the congressional record it goes. Gaetz is wasting everyone's time in Congress, and not just with these flubs or posturing or propaganda, but bizarre and harmful stunts like this one his colleague reminded us of recently.
The family of the victims said Mr. Gaetz doing that, it was like getting a dagger stuck in our heart again. We were infuriated when we first saw it. I was disgusted with the whole thing. That's why there's a trust deficit here. You pull off a public stunt to try and own the libs, and what you did was you brought in a guy who allegedly shot 2 people and killed one of them. That's where the trust deficit is. So you can play your games, conduct your stunts. We're here to get shit done.
Now, I'd argue that even dignifying whatever Matt Gaetz does with a formal response is a mistake, but I agree that this is a good critique from fellow Congressman Eric Swalwell. Swalwell notes how Gaetz' quirky stunts are completely disrespectful, dishonest, and bring shame to our country. Wasting time on Capitol Hill babysitting people like him is wreaking havoc on our institutions. Institutions Matt Gaetz clearly sees as a joke. Why else would he bring some disrespectful rando to Congress to lead the Pledge of Allegiance? And again, the issue he supposedly cares deeply about, security threats from China, yeah, he can't even be bothered to do the reading. Gaetz lives his life by cherry-picking headlines, grandstanding, and big shows of political theater, and I am definitely ready to change the channel. Thank you so much for watching. You can follow me on all platforms at Caro Johnson 917.